So in your page number 13, I need to finish that. So before I continue for the next chapter. Okay, I hope you can see the board. So there is your page number 13. So that's your page number 13. Okay, so we see that the composite function, so x, so this is your x, and joining f, you get fx, and then you get f, you may have a fx, or we so-called f squared x. So composite function. So composite function is so-called function on function. So that here we give you an example, like if your fx is the 5x minus 3, so that f3 will be 5, 3 minus 3. So this number is represent your object, and this object is going to replace for that. If this is your 3x, I'm sure that will get 5, 3x minus 3. You get 15x minus 3. What if, so today I will put f5x minus 3. This object is going to chuck into that. It's a 5x minus 3. So there will be 25x minus 18. So I just want to tell you that if the question is looking for your composite, that will be your fx, and this is your 5x minus 3. Because so the fx so represent your object, and then you need to replace this so into the x. So 5x minus 3 minus 3. So and the answer will be so 25x minus 18. Okay. So this is one of the idea. Can you please turn to case 2? This is case number 1. Okay, so if question show you another one is x, so come to g, then you get your gx, and then come to your f. This is your fgx. So from the first diagram to the last one is called fg. Fg. So we are look from your right hand side, so to the left, this is fg. And so over here, so I give you the example like fx equal to x minus 8, and I got a gx equal to 4x plus 1. And fgx means, so the f will remain. So the gx now change to 4x plus 1. And I always say to the student, so this is represent object. And object is going to put into the f. The object is going to put into the function of f. So that 4x plus 1 minus 8 will give you 4x minus 7. Oh, sorry, I made a mistake because, so this question they are looking for GF rather than FG. So this question they are looking for your, so GFX, so G remain, FX will be X minus 8, and this object is going to chuck it into the G. It will be 4x minus 8 plus 1. So you get 4x minus, so 31. Another case 3, so they give you like x and f, this is your fx, so we got another g, so be gfx. Okay, so remember, so when we look at this gf, so the composite will be your, so gf, you see the diagram. So if the diagram both, so x, G. This is your Gx, and then go for your F. So this will be your Fgx. This will be your, so Fg. So look at the example. So Fx equal to 8 minus 5x, and Gx equal to 3 over x. So in this question, they want to find Fgx. So the F remain, Gx will be 3 over x, and I always put this as object. An object is going to put into the function f. 8 remain, 5 remain, so x will become 3 over x. So you can put 8 minus 15 over x, and x cannot be 0. So this is, okay, so something in your page number 14. Okay, one of the SPM question in 2014 in your page number 15, SPM 2014. So the question give you, so 3 different, okay, diagram A, B, and C. This is your x. Okay, this is 3x plus 2, and the other one will be, sorry, I will write bigger. This is A, this is B, and this is C. And x, 3x plus 2, and 12x plus 5. So the question says that from A to B is under the function of f. From B to C is under the function of g. So from A to C, actually it's a gf, right? It's a composite function of gf. So that function that maps set A so to set C actually is your gfx. And your gfx actually, so the answer will be 12x plus 5. Okay, so gf map object x, so become your final image of 12x plus 5. That's in your page number 15. So I will wrap this so that I will proceed for question 33. So 33, so we got a function x minus 1. So gx will be kx plus 2. Okay, over the years, actually, I can say that student is very weak in this composite function. So that I will tell you this before we start. So another chapter. So in this case, we got, so given gf5 equal to 14. So the g will remain first. So now I will put in, so 5 as object into that. Will become 5 minus 1. So I will put in 5 into the function of f. And then this becomes g4, right? And this number 4, so represent object. And I will chuck in 4 into the g. Will be k 4 plus 2 equal 14. 4k equal to, so 12. So we will bring this side. And k definitely will come to the value of 3. And I will show questions. So 34 over this side. And I got a fx equal to 3x. And I got a gx equal to h minus kx. And this question is very funny. So they give you gf1 equal to 4. And your answer must be h in terms of k. So first of all, g remain. So 1 is your object. An object going to chuck it into the f. So you get, so 3, 1. And you get g3. And 3, so we will treat as your object and put into the g. So h minus k 3 equal to 4. h minus 3k equal to 4. And finally, so my h will be definitely 4 plus 3k. So you bring the negative, so from your left hand side, so to your right hand side. Another one, so question 35 will be the very famous exam question. So they give you hx equal to ax plus b. And the question also, so given you the composite, so it's 36x minus 25. What you can do, you can, so step 1, you find your h squared x. That is your hx. And this is your object, and change to ax plus b. So always remember, I will put object, and this object so will come back so to the function of h. Ax plus b, so that we'll get a squared x plus ab plus b. That's your step number 1. And the second step I'm going to use, I'm trying to equal, okay, so this one and this one. So I will use, so a squared x plus ab plus b. So equivalent to 36x minus 25. And a squared x equal to your 36x. And so AB plus B is equal to your negative 25. And I will show the solution on, so this side. Over here, so A squared equal to 36. Usually A will be plus minus square root 36. In fact, so we got two values. One is positive, one is negative. But in the question, it says that, so A is more than 0. So that I just need to accept the positive rather than the negative. And later on, I will continue to use AB plus B equal to negative 25. And the 6, okay? Okay, A will be going in, so 6B plus B will be negative 25. So 7B will be negative 25. So let me check whether so the number is correct. Okay, and the B will be negative 25 over 7. Okay. Okay, remember, so over here, what we can do, so we use a squared x equal to 36x. Then we can find the value of a. Another one, a b plus b equal to negative, so 25. So that you are able to determine the value of b. Okay, so if you're okay, I will come to so the end of this chapter. So I will link what you learned so last week, right? Last Monday. So I will teach you how to so combine inverse function and the function together. Okay, so as composite function. Okay, so students, so this is SPM 2010. So they give you gx equal to 2x plus 1, and we got hx equal to, okay, 36, 3x plus 6. Okay, number 1. How I'm going to find G inverse X? So remember the technique that we use. Okay, so last Monday will be X. If plus become minus, so times become dy. Okay, this is your Gx. And for B, F inverse Gx. So I will remain my F inverse. So the Gx become X minus 1 over 2. And this is my object. And my object, oh no, sorry. I overlooked. So it's a Hg inverse 9. Then H, I will put in 9. So object, so into that, it's a 9 minus 1 over 2. So I will get H. So, okay, so 4. And again, this 4. So I will come to this 3, 4 plus 6. Okay, 12 plus 6. So we'll give you the value of 18. So I hope you still remember that the technique we apply. So this is plus become minus, times become divide. Again, so that's why. So I told you that. So we can use this method. Okay, let's go through. Okay, another one. So that's your question. Okay, 36. So fx will be 3x minus 2. And gx will be 6x plus 10. So the question asks you to find f inverse gx. So I will use, two different steps. Step 1, I'm going to find my inverse before I can get my composite. My inverse will be x, if this is minus 2, become plus 2. If times 3 become, so divide by 3. So, and step 2, so f inverse gx will be f inverse. So gx will be represent 6x plus 10. And this is my object. And we'll put into the inverse here. So you get 6x plus 10 plus 2 over 3. So I will write the answer here. My f inverse gx is definitely become 6x plus 12 over 3. I may say that the answer definitely come to 2x plus 4. So you get my points. Okay, so if okay, then I will show you. So 37. So this is 36. Okay, for 37, fx is 2x minus 3. Okay, so I got my fgx equal to 8x plus 11. So the question is looking for gx. Okay, so you must pay attention for this composite function. So this is your, composite function. And in the composite function, this gx is represent the internal, and some say that is interior related function, or you can call it internal function. So in order to find internal function, so the technique is simple. So I will use fgx 8x plus 11. So I will use gx represent my object. And I will put this object into my f. So it will be 2gx minus 3 equal to 8x plus 11. 2gx will be, so this one, so shift to the other side, become 8x plus, so 14. And to get your gx, so 2gx, you get 8x plus 14. And gx will get 8x plus 14 over 2. And finally, so your gx will be 4x plus 7. Okay, so far any questions for you? I just need someone to respond to me. So far, is it okay for you? Can someone?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So far, okay. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Then I will show you another. Okay, interesting. That will be the last one. So because exam may ask you to find the internal. Internal is simple. Internal, you just straightforward substitute into so the function. But problem is that, so in order for you to find the external, so will be a bit so challenging. So I will give you two different methods so to get that. So like your question number 38. So fx equal to x plus 2 and gfx will be x squared plus 3. So I need to find so gx. So if you notice that this gx actually so is your external function, okay, or exterior related function. So how? So at first, so g will remain. So fx will put x plus 2. So equal to x squared plus 3. Now in the school, usually they will tell you this. They will let x plus 2 maybe change to y. So x will be y minus 2. And then the teacher will substitute x plus 2 as y into that. So they will use g. So the whole thing change to y. And at the same time, so they will so change this x become so y minus 2 squared plus 3. And teacher will so expand so that so your gy over here become y squared minus 4y plus 7. And finally, so teacher say that so you must change your y back to your x squared minus 4x plus 7. So that is the answer. Can someone please respond to me whether in your school your teacher using this method or not? They are using this method or another method. Are you using this method in the school to find the external? Okay.
Yes.
And so today I will show you another interesting, very fast, because okay, last lesson you learn inverse function, right? Okay, let me show you magic. I'm not magician, I just show you something very interesting. Okay, please pay attention for this. So that's a formula actually. They call F inverse X. When F and F inverse combine together, you get X. And if F inverse Fx combine together, you get X. For instance, F inverse, maybe they put you 5, then the value will come to 5. And F inverse F, so P, then you'll get P. So you learn, okay? So I don't know whether so school teacher so told you about this. And today I'm using this technique so to teach you that particular question. I will show you on the other side. So 38, another alternative so method or alternative solution. So fx will be x plus 2. And what's the inverse function? Will be x minus 2. Okay, now I'm going using this. I use g fx equal to x squared plus 3. The gy will remain. The f I will remain. So now, so this one, I will put in F inverse into that. If I put in F on your left hand side, my right hand side, so this X I will change to the inverse. Because this is your inverse, right? This is your inverse. So the X I will change to the inverse into that. So 1F, 1 inverse. So over here, so you can just get Gx. And expand x squared minus 4x plus 4 plus 3. You get x squared minus 4x plus 7. Okay? Okay, never mind, I will give you one more. Okay, I will give you one more. Not to worry. I'll give you one more. So this will be the last questions, okay, for this lesson. So given that, so your fx will be 2x, so minus 1. And your gfx will be, so 4x, so plus, okay, 9. Okay, find gx. I'm going to using this method for you. Okay, so step 1. I will use my fx, and so to find my inverse, and my inverse so will be your x plus 1 over 2. Okay, step 2, I will use my composite gfx equal to 4x squared plus 9, and gf remain. So I will put in, so the inverse, I will put in the inverse into that. So I will put f inverse x.
Hello.
Hi, Mr. Alex. I think your mic is mute again.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, okay, fine,
So
fine.
now
You
okay a
can
bit.
continue. Yeah, you can continue.
Oh, so
Thank
don't
you.
know also what happened with also with the system, huh? Okay. So again, so we'll repeat this again for you. Sorry. Okay. So the step 1, I will use fx to find my inverse function. And the second step, I will use composite function. So gf remain. So the x, I will put in your inverse. And at the same time, on my right hand side, I will chuck in x plus 1 over 2. X plus 1 over 2. And as I say that, f inverse x, so will come to x, right? So that here you just put gx only. And the 4 remain, I will expand x squared plus 2x plus 1 over 4 and plus 9. And I will eliminate, cancel off 4. And finally, so gx will be x squared plus 2x plus 10. Okay, so this is very simple. So compared to the previous example and the solution we perform. So so you can try for this method. Okay, you can try for this method. If you feel that this is simple, okay, and please ask your school teacher, okay, whether your teacher allow you so to use this or not. But for us, it's okay. So because this is something so comply with your new textbook. So in your new textbook, so that's a formula for this. They ask you to so use so function and inverse function. Okay, so join together as one. That's your composite. Okay, so please go back and try for this example and just look for your so textbook reference book. If you got something like this, you can try for this method. So if you got any problem, okay, you can call Miss Amanda or you can directly contact me. Okay, thank you. Okay, so we end for so the chapter 1. Okay. And now we will continue for the second chapter. So I want to wrap the board. Okay, so if you all got the notes, okay, so that's the chapter 2. So we are divided into 2 parts. The first one is called quadratic equation. The second one is a quadratic function. Okay, so if you got the notes, so please ready for that. I wrap the board, then I will continue for you. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, okay, chapter 2 is the long chapter. So because starting from this year, you are going to have this chapter 2. In fact, this chapter 2 is the combination, okay, of quadratic equation and quadratic function. Okay. This is the former, okay, formally. So this is chapter 2 and chapter 3. But your guys so combine 2 chapters together as one. But so not to worry. So the content actually are similar. So nothing special. So I just want to tell you that so quadratic equation is very simple. Okay, so for this so-called quadratic equation, okay, I'm trying to divide that into 3 different sections to teach you. The first session, so okay, so teach you how to find the roots. And the second one, so we'll teach you how to form so the equation. Of course, this is not linear. This is not a straight line. This is a curve called quadratic equation. And lastly, so we teach you how to use b squared minus 4ac. So that's called the type of root or some both nature of the roots. So I will tell you so in the lesson. And now so we look at the point number 1. Now we continue for your point number 1. Okay, first of all, we know that so quadratic equation. So the general form will be written as ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0. So when they put equal to 0, this is called equation. So equation will put equal to 0. And a, b, c actually are constant. Constant refer to the number. Okay, constant refer to number. They can be positive number, they can be negative number. But that's a restriction that a cannot be 0. So if a becomes 0, there's no more x squared. So we cannot get quadratic equation. If a equal to 0, we are able to get bx plus c equal to 0. That's called linear equation. So and the unknown or the variable actually so is represent your x. So and the power so of your x is 2. So the unknown or the variable, okay, actually is your x and the power is 2. Okay, not 3, not 4, even not 1. This is quadratic. And for a quadratic, okay, equation, So we try to teach you how to get a quadratic equation in general form by expanding two linear expressions. So just look at your question number 1. So they give you 2x plus 1 and x minus 5 equal to 0. In order to get quadratic equation in general form, we need to expand this called linear expression. Okay, these are your linear expression. We can expand, so 1 by 1. So 2x squared minus 10x plus x minus 5 equal to 3. And 2x squared minus 9x, so minus 8 equal to 0. Then this is your quadratic equation in general form. And can you please turn to second page? Can you please turn to second page? Okay, in your second page, so in here I say that a quadratic equation ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0. So has at most, so 2 roots. Most mean the maximum of 2 roots. What's that mean? So sometimes we may have x plus 2, x minus 5 equal to 0. I will get x equal to negative 2, x equal to 5. So these are the roots. So here come we got 2. But some question they may give you x minus 3, x minus 3 equal to 1. So that in this case, so okay, we managed to get 1 only. So this is called 2 equal root. I cannot write x equal to 3. X equal to 3. Okay, so we don't need to repeat, okay, the value again. This is called repeated root. So that for the repeated roots, okay, we just need to write 1 time. That is your x equal to 3. And how to find the root? So how? So to find the roots. Actually, we got 3 different ways. I'm sure that everyone already understand that. So you say factorization. Okay? And factorization you are learning in your form 2. And there's a formula. Okay, this is called quadratic. Okay, formula. Another one is called method of completing the square. So we got 3 methods. In fact, for exam concern, we are just focused on 1 and 2 only. So we seldom involve 3. But in the textbook, so they will tell you this. So for certain school tests or the semester test, so they will ask you to solve the equation by using this method as well. So now I want to teach you how to apply. Can you please look at your example 2? Can you please look at your example 2? So in these questions, you say that negative 2 is a root. Whenever the question says negative 2 is a root, it means that x must be equal to negative 2. X must be equal to negative 2. And what I need to do, I will substitute x equal to negative 2 into the equation, into the quadratic equation. Because my main objective is to find m. So I'm sure that, this is the straightforward question. So I will move 8, the other side, 3, 4, minus 2m equal to 8. So 12 minus 2m equal to 8 and negative 2m. So this 12 will move to the other side, become negative 4. And m definitely will come to 2. Okay, the solution is already in the notes. I just need to explain this, 1 time to you. And can you please look at the other example? Okay, the other question, example 2. Okay, this question is very interesting. It tells you that a cylinder. So your example 2, this is your cylinder, right? In the question, the height of the cylinder will be equal to 5, and the radius I don't know. And yet the question says that the total surface area. So what's the formula for total surface area? Will be A equal to 2 pi r squared. So plus 2 pi r h. So when h equal to 5, my A will be 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi r. So 5, I will get my area for 2 pi r squared plus 10 pi r. And so given that in the question it says that the area will be 208 pi. Then so I will put 2 pi r squared plus 10 pi r equal to 208 pi. For me, I will simplify. Okay, I will simplify the equation. I will simplify by 2 pi. So that 2 pi no more r squared. So 10 pi divided by 2 pi, I only got 5r. The other 208 divided by 2, 104. Pi and pi no more. So if you are not simplified, then you are in trouble. We try to encourage students to simplify before we can factorize. And r squared plus 5r minus 104 equal to 0. Okay, either you can straight away factorize, or you can using some called cross method. So this is 38, so plus minus. Okay, some they put r, so 8, 13. So to get 8r, so you get 13r. So the final answer is positive 5r, right? It's a plus minus. So the plus will come to this minus. So then you get r minus 8, r plus 13. So I write this. So then I will come to r equal to 8 and r equal to negative 13. And remember that r is represent radius, and the value for the radius is always positive. Even so, we must reject r equal to 0. So for that, I will put ignore. So for the uni level, we will put ignore. So since your r is greater than 0, and the r value will be 8. Am I clear? So any comment, any objection, okay, anything, so you can talk to me. Is it okay for you, girls, boys? Hello? Okay, someone please respond to me. Can you hear me, girls?
Yes.
Can you hear me, boys?
Yes.
Okay, so in your school teacher using cross method or teach you all to use calculator to get the factorization. In your school teacher using factorization or using calculator to get the answer.
Both.
Okay, both. Very good. So if you're able to use your calculator, you can go ahead for that. Okay, some students they prefer using the cross method. Okay, so we already clear for the so-called factorization. Okay, let's go through question involve the quadratic formula. So can you please look at your example number 3? Okay, can you please look at your question number 3? So in your question number 3, it said that 2 bracket x squared minus 4x equal to 5. And I want you to pay attention. If the question say give your answer, so correct. So two decimal places. If you see this sentence, okay, it means that so the question we cannot use factorization. So preferable we use the formula. Okay, preferable we use the formula for the solution. So give your answer correct to 2 decimal places. Okay, some that put 3 decimal places or significant figure. Remember, so we use this. Okay, you cannot factorize, no way. Okay, the very first step, so we try to multiply the 2 into the bracket and 2x squared minus 8x minus 5 equal to 0. So we need to arranging the quadratic equation in general form so that ax squared plus bx plus c. Why? The main reason is that we can determine value of a, value of b, and value of c. So if we simply just put the quadratic equation, then you are confused and you cannot determine the value for A, B, and C together. Okay, am I clear? So now, I'm using negative B plus minus B squared minus 4AC over 2A. And please remember, do not put any unknown or variable in front of this. Okay, don't put x or y first. Okay, I just use this formula. And because the variable here, the variable is x, so that I will use x negative b. Put in plus minus b is a negative x squared minus 4, a is a 2, c is a negative 5. Okay, divide by 2. So this is formula. And once we put in the number, I will put in the unknown. So the unknown can be x, the unknown can be y, the unknown can be any alphabetical letter as well. Depends on the question, okay? X will be 8 plus minus 64 plus 40 over 4. 8 plus minus, so 104 divided by 4. So perhaps you can split into 2. Because if you well in this, so your chapter 3, definitely no problem because we just keep on repeating. Okay, so this quadratic equation in your chapter 3. 8 minus square root of 1, 4. Okay, so let me tell you how to use calculator. So even last night I showed the solution for one of my new student is an Indian. So she's not good in using calculator. So let me show you what's the problems. So especially when using 570 or even 350. So the cashier calculator. So some they put like that 8 plus square root 104 and then divide by 4. So if you do like this, okay, you are gone. Why? Because the program when they set, so they will do this first. They will use square root 104 divided by 4. Later on, they will add 8. In fact, so this is the program when they set. So our answer is not. So I will encourage you all to go slow. So you put 8 plus square root of 104. So just put your answer. So get your answer. Once you get your answer, so divide by 4, then you get the solution. Understand or not? Don't go too fast. Don't go too fast. So just use one by one. Like this one, we put 8 minus square root 104. So we just put your answer. Once you determine your answer, just divide by 4. So you get your final solution. Am I clear? So and then this one will give you the answer of 4.55 and 0.55. Okay, I also tell you a bit one example for completing the square. Can you please turn to page number 4? So question 4, example 4. So I'm going to write this. Okay, everything is in your notes. Everything is in your notes, not to copy. Okay, please do not copy. Everything is in your notes. Okay, I'm going to using this called method of completing the square. So for your question 4, x squared minus 8x plus 6 equal to 0. Okay, so using method of completing the square. Okay, so actually it's simple. So please look at this. Okay, number 1. So I will move the number from left side to right side. And make sure that this is x squared, not negative. Even 2x squared cannot, must be only x squared. And I use x squared minus 8x plus something squared equal to negative plus something squared. What is the number? I need to fill in the blank. So we'll take negative 8 divided by 2. You get negative 4. So negative 4, negative 4. In the school, your teacher may ask you to say, okay, your teacher may ask you to using this method. You see that? So guys, so put x minus 4 bracket square. Many of our lovely students, they're confused. Okay, then I amend a bit for our student. So I'm not using that. I will tell student to put 2 bracket, something that you learn in your lower form, like form 2. X, this is minus 4, minus 4. And negative 6 plus your 16. And this is called 2 linear expression. Then I can write x minus 4 bracket square. So you see that? So from this one to this one, actually, so make no difference. So we'll come to 10. So remember, this is square. When square come to square root, there must be plus, minus. So that x minus 4 will be plus minus square root 10. And then you can split into 2 different equations. X will be, 4 plus square root 10. Because the minus, will shift to the right. So x can be 4 minus square root of 10. And you can use your calculator to determine the final outcome. Okay, one value will give you 7.162, another one 0.838. So I take the simple question for you because in chapter 2, okay, so this is not important. Okay, for quadratic equation, but important in your quadratic function. Okay, so now we got a page number 5. So in your page number 5, we got 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I will give you 10 minutes to 15 minutes. I want you all to try for this. Because you're not the first time learning this. In your school, you learn before, right? So I want you to try for question 5, question 6, and question 7 in your page number 5. Okay? So can you try for me? So I give you time. So 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, just have a look.打不到的那个字，no message。你回去拿些水。What 那个字
？Is help 啊，抹这个，
哦，
这个是刚才的
那个
，retry the question 可以了。
哦，是那个什么是 left conversation？
还有那个是他关了那个chat 了，他还在的。
嗯。那个 mood 呢？按 mood， 那个 mood， 那个 mood， 哎，我不要声音啊。
要 mute 就按这个咯。
Okay, so student, are you ready for the solution? Do you have any question for that? Unmute 了，unmute 了。Everybody, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
we'll show you this. So, are you able to finish the 3 questions?
Yes.
Okay, very well.
Yes.
Okay, so let me show you. Come, you see whether the answer is correct or not. Okay, first of all, so for your question number 5, is that 2x squared minus 5x plus 3 equal to 0. Okay, so in the question it says that P and Q are the roots, and perhaps P is more than Q. That is the hints. So that is the hints for you. So remember in your workbook, reference book, when you come across questions something like this, they put P more than Q. It means that in this question, 100% you can definitely factorize for that. And 2x, x, 1, 3, minus, minus. So you can have x is 3 over 2, x is 1. Okay, since P is more than Q, so therefore the value for P will be greater than the value of Q. And P will be 3 over 2, and Q will be 1. So for A, they ask you to find P plus Q. Okay, we use 3 over 2 plus 1, then you get 5 over 2. So you get 5 over 2. What about B? Okay, B is a P squared plus Q squared. So just change the number for P, 3 over 2 plus 1 squared. And then 9 over 4 plus 1, so you may have 13 over 4. So you got that? So remember, if question say P more than Q, it means that, so we can factorize to determine the root of the quadratic equation. And the value of P is much more greater than Q. So that P I will take 3 over 2 and Q I will take 1. And I will substitute P and Q into question A and B. If you're okay, then I will show you number 6. Okay, so for number 6, we say that negative 2 is a root. Okay, root means, so your value x equal to negative 2. So I'm trying to substitute x equal to negative 2 into kx squared plus k plus 3x plus k. And k minus 2 squared. Okay, and then this is minus 2 for x, k plus 3, Okay, try to expand that. You get 4k minus 2k minus 6 plus k. So 4 minus 2, 2 plus k is a 3k. And the value for k is definitely 2. Okay, negative 2 is the root. The question in the part B asks you to find the value of the other root. So then my B, so when k equal to 2, 2x squared, this is 2, 2 plus 3 become 5x, and at the back, so k is 2. So I need to factorize because the question asked me to find the value of the other root. So my x is negative 1 over 2, x to do negative 2. So I can just ignore this, okay, because in the question, so negative 2 is a root, and I would answer the value of the other, so root, so is negative 1 over 2. Okay? If you're okay with question number 6, then I will show you question number 7. Okay, for question number 7, so this is a rectangle. Okay, so the length is x plus 2 cm, so the breadth or the width is 2x. And the question says diagonals. Okay, this is your diagonal. So diagonal, so is about 10 cm. So remember, we are using Pythagoras theorems. So I'm going to use 2x bracket square plus x plus 2 bracket square equal to 10 squared. So that 4x squared plus x squared plus 4x plus 4 equal to 100. And 5x squared plus 4x plus 4 equal to 100. So we try to move. Okay, so this becomes 96. So do we need to factorize? So 5x, so what's the number I need to put? So it's the 12a. Okay, so 4 and 24. So plus minus, so you can have a, so 5x, and then 24, 4. So you get, so 24x, and here will be 20x, and the final answer is plus 4x. You put plus, minus, this is your plus, and this is your minus. Then you get 5x plus 24. And my answer, so 5x plus 24 bracket x minus 4 equal to 0. X will be equal to negative 24 over 5x to the 4. And remember, so the length, okay, of a rectangle is always positive. So I just ignore so the negative value. I just ignore the negative value. So this is only for your A. And what about B? How I'm going to find the area? So now, so look at the rectangle. So your x will be 2 times 4. You get 8. Okay, so will be here. Another one will be, so 4 plus 2, you get 6. So that area of the rectangle, so okay, definitely will be 8 times 6. So you get, so 48 centimeter squared. Okay, short, nice, and simple. Okay, now we will continue for the second section. So I will teach you how to form a quadratic equation. So with the roots given. So if you're okay, so can you please turn to page number 6. If you're okay, can you please turn to page number 6. How to form quadratic equations with the roots given. Okay, actually it's simple. So I just need to tell you the simple one. So we got two different methods. So number 1. Actually we are using the product of two linear expression. I will use x minus a, so x minus b equal to 0. Then we expand, you'll get x squared minus bx minus ax plus ab. So that x squared minus, so a plus bx plus ab. So first method, actually I need to expand the two linear expression. And the second method, so it's a very popular used in the school. So we use x squared minus sum of the root x plus product of the root. Okay, so this is the common method we are using in the school. Okay, let's go through the example number 8. So for this question, this example number 8, I will show you both different methods, the two different methods, method 1 and method 2. Okay, please have a look. Okay, at first I show you, so method 1. So in question number 8, so 5 and negative 3 are the roots. Okay, I'm going to use x equal to 5 because if 5 and negative 3 are the root, so definitely x equal to 5 and even x equal to negative 3. And x minus 5 equal to 0, x plus 3 equal to 0. So we just put the two linear expression together and then we expand. You get x squared, plus 3x minus 5x minus 15. And x squared minus 2x minus 15 equal to 0. What about the other one? So in the school, so the teacher may teach you the second one. So since we got the root, so the teacher I'm going to use sum of the root SOR. You can use so negative 3 plus 5 you get 2. So you also can use POR, product of the root, negative 3 times 5, negative, so 15. So thus x squared minus sum of the root x plus product of the root equal to 0. Okay, so x squared, so sum of the root will give you 2. So it's a minus 2x. Product of the root is negative 15. So you can straight away, so to write, so x squared minus 2x minus 15 equal to 0. Okay, so I need to ask a question. So students, can someone so tell me that, so in your school, they're using this method or that method or both? So which method you are going to use in the school? Okay, first one. So you learn about second one. So your school teacher so tell you the second one. Okay, the second one is a symbol. And so more of the exam question, we are using the second one rather than the first one. Anyway, so can you please, okay, look at your example number 9 in page 7. Okay, I will teach you how to form a quadratic equation, okay, with so sum of the root and product of the root. Okay, so in question 9, initially, so the question, so given that alpha plus beta is 8 and alpha times beta is 5. So they ask you to form a quadratic equation. So with roots alpha over 2 and beta over 2. Okay, so the step 1. So I'm going to find my sum of the root so that I'm using alpha over 2 plus beta over 2. So you see that, so they are same denominator. So I can just write one time. So an alpha plus beta, and the number from the top is going to replace here. You get 4. And product of the root means alpha over 2 multiply beta over 2. And so that alpha times beta on top and the bottom will be 2, you get 4. And the value, so -5 is going to replace. You get -5 over 4. 你看那边怎么讲？你听我。
Ada have internet problem. 这个 first one，这个他们回答没有问题。
Okay, so now, so I already got SOR and POR. So now I will continue for the second step. So the second step, so I will use x squared minus sum of the root x plus product of the root equal to 0. And x squared minus sum of the root is the 4x and product. So plus minus, you get minus 5 over 4. And I want to tell you that, so we cannot remain answer like that. So we must change to general form. So in the general form, we are not involved so fraction at all. So okay, so you can just multiply 4. You can just times 4 so that you get 4x squared minus 16x minus 5 equal to 0. And so this is your final answer. Okay, so I will show you one interesting question. So for your example 10. So before I start, I want to tell you something. So I hope you can still remember a plus b bracket square. Then you get a plus b, a plus b. And after expanding, you get a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. And a squared plus b squared plus 2ab actually is equal to a plus b bracket square. Okay, I will so remain a squared plus b squared on your left so that so this 2ab. So I will shift so to the right hand side is a plus b squared minus 2ab. Okay, so I hope so you understand so how to expand and how I'm going to so shift one from left to right. Why you want to know this? Because okay, so to certain extent in your reference book or your textbook, sometimes they will give you alpha squared plus beta squared. Then you must use alpha plus beta squared minus 2 alpha beta for the solution. If you don't understand this formula, then you are not able to answer that particular question. Okay, please look at the question now, especially your question number 10. Okay, the first question say that x squared plus px plus 7 equal to 0. And I'm going to use x squared minus sum of the root x plus product of the root. And sum of the root actually so is represent negative p. So plus minus is minus p. And product of the root, you can straight away look at the figure. So 7. And since question say that alpha and beta, so represent the root. So sum of the root means alpha plus beta. And product is your alpha, so times beta. So I got this information, so in hand. So from the quadratic equation, I can determine alpha plus beta. I can determine alpha times beta, sum of the root and product of the root. And so given that alpha squared plus beta squared equal to 22. Okay, I'm going to use so alpha plus beta, okay, square minus 2 alpha beta. So you get 22. And alpha plus beta, so it's represent negative p. Alpha times beta, you get 7. And p squared minus 14 equal to 22. So I will continue on the other side. So p squared so equal to 22 plus 14. P squared will be equivalent to 26. In order to find the value of p, I can just square root. But don't forget, so I need to put plus minus. So we got two answers. One is positive, so one is a negative. So you can get two answers. So p equal to negative 6 and p equal to 6. Okay, we got two answers for you. So can you please jot down the solution? Then I will proceed for 11, 12, 13, and 14. And later on, so I will tell you so the nature of the root. And hope today we are able to come to this quadratic function. Okay, not to worry about that. So just copy the answer first. Okay, boys and girls. So if you're okay and ready, so I will show you. So question 11 and question 12. Okay, I just write the information on the board for question 12. Question number 11. X plus 4 equal to 3. So the root is alpha, beta. And first of all, so I'm going to expand. I will get x squared plus 4x and minus 3 equal to 0. So that x squared minus sum of the root x plus product of the root. And sum of the root actually is a negative 4, product of the root, so you get negative 3. And we know that alpha and beta are the root. So therefore, alpha plus beta equal to negative 4. Alpha times beta equal to negative 3. Okay, this is the first part of the question. So the second part, so we need to form equation. So given that 2 alpha and 2 beta are the roots, I am going to use the new root, okay, to find SOR and POR. So SOR, so will be 2 alpha plus 2 beta. So you take out the 2 alpha plus beta. Then this is your 2. So the value from the first part will be substitute. So you get negative 8. And product of the root, so it's 2 alpha times 2 beta. So you get 4 alpha beta. So the alpha beta actually is a negative 3. So you get negative 12. Okay, I'm going to use the new sum of the root and product of the root to form the new quadratic equation. So thus, x squared minus sum of the root x plus product of the root, so equal to 0. And x squared, so minus negative 8x plus negative 12. Of course, negative become positive. Okay, plus minus and minus 12. And so this is your answer. So for 2 alpha and 2 beta. The questions can be anything. Okay, maybe it's a 2 alpha plus 5, 2 alpha minus 5 also can. And even the question can give you in the form of reciprocal, like 4 over alpha plus 4 over beta. Okay, I will continue for question number 12. Okay, this question is quite different from the question we discussed. Why? Because initial, so every single question they will tell you the root is alpha and beta, so far and so forth. But for question number 12, they never tell you at all. So for your question number 12, x squared minus kx plus 18 equal to 0. And they say that one root is twice of the other root. One root is twice of the other root. So what does that mean? Then in this case, we can use, so let the roots, okay, be alpha and 2 alpha. So we can let the root be alpha and 2 alpha. So if you don't like alpha and 2 alpha, of course, you can change to beta and 2 beta as well. It's up to you. Okay, so number 1, step 1. X squared minus kx plus 18 equal to 0. So we use x squared minus sum of the root x plus product of the root and sum of the root, so you get k. So product of the root, you get 18. Okay, sum of the root actually is alpha plus your 2 alpha. So product means alpha times your 2 alpha equal to 18. Right here, so 3 alpha equal to k. Or I may say that, so k equal to 3 alpha. Maybe I put 1. Another one is 2 alpha squared equal to 18. Alpha squared equal to 9. And I say that alpha is definitely plus minus 3. So we got 2 answers for alpha. And then in order for you to find the value of k, so I say that when alpha equal to 3, so k will be 3 times 3 equal to 9. When alpha equal to negative 3, k will be multiply negative 3. You get negative 9. So that, I say that, so the values of k actually are negative 9 and 9. Okay, so we got 2 answers for that. Okay, I will show you question number 13. Okay, later on, I will ask you to answer question number 14. Okay, so if you want to copy, so please copy so the solution first. Okay. Okay, just take your time. So to copy the solution. Okay, so I will continue for question number 13. If everyone okay, I will wrap the board so that I will proceed for your example number 13. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, so please look at your question number 13. X squared plus 4, 3x plus k equal to 0. So first step, so we need to expand, so become 12x plus 4k equal to 0. And in the question itself that, so the root actually are p and 2p. So the root are p and 2p, whereby so the p cannot take the value of 0. So we know that x squared minus sum of the root x plus product of the root equal to 0. And sum of the root actually is negative 12 plus minus 12. Product of the root, so you will come to 4k. And so I'm going to use sum of the root is p plus 2p. This question says the root actually are p and 2p. So 3p is negative 12 and p is negative 4. And what about the product? Product means p multiply 2p. And 2p squared equal to 4k. So 4k equal to 2. So p is negative 4. Now I'm going to replace p equal to negative 4 into that. And 4k equal to 2, okay, times 16. And finally, so k will be 32 over 4. And k equal to 8. So the value for k is 8. The value for p equal to negative 4. So this is for your part A. And part B, I'm going to form a new quadratic equation. So for B, so the root actually are p minus 1 and p plus 6. How? Okay, so you see that, so we got a value of p. I'm going to use this p, to replace into that. So p minus 1 means negative 4 minus 1. You get negative 5. P plus 6, then you get, negative 4 plus 6, and come to 2. And again, so you can use sum of the root. So use negative 5 plus 2. Then you get negative 3. So product of the root, negative 5 times 2, and come to negative 10. So to form a new quadratic equation, so I may say that, x squared minus sum of the root, negative 3x, plus product of the root. So this is not my final answer. So we got one more step. And the final answer, will be definitely x squared plus 3x minus 10 equal to 0. So this is my final answer. Okay. So can you please jot down the solution? So before we can proceed for your question number 14. Okay, some questions I will answer on the board. Okay, so maybe fewer questions, I want you to try for that. Okay, so after you finish copy the solution for your example 13. So I want you to take 5 minutes, okay, so to answer this. Okay, so I want you to take 5 minutes to answer question number 14. And after question number 14, I will give you a small break. So maybe you want to go to toilet, maybe you just need a glass of water, or maybe you just need some snack, so go ahead for that. Okay? 你写什么？写什么这里？
没有，他们只是进出这样子的，然后网的问题。
其实我看不到的，录发。啊，蛮可怜的，录发看不到。
太可怜。
So please copy the solution. So these are the former SPM questions. Okay, these are the former SPM past year questions. Okay. Okay, if you got any question, okay, either you can type so on the meeting chat, meeting chat. Okay, so you can type on the meeting chat, or so you can voice up to me if you got any problem, so you want to ask me. Please do not hesitate to ask question. So we are welcome you, so to ask. Okay, boys and girls, any question for you? So far, any questions for you?
No. No.
No. So you finished already?
Not yet.
This is a very interesting questions. This is a very interesting questions. Okay, just try your best. So I will show you. So in another 2 minutes time. Yes, Mr. Muhammad, any question for you? No problem. You must be very smart. Okay, you can go to toilet. Okay, so come back. I will show you. Okay, this question really came out in SPM, and I love. Okay, so this question. Okay, so if you're okay, so can you please look at the whiteboard? So for your question number 14. Okay, in this question actually they given you. Okay, they give you two different quadratic equation. Number one, x squared plus 3x minus 4 equal to 0. And they give you the root alpha and beta. Okay, so okay, these are the root. And first of all, I will put x squared minus sum of the root x plus product of the root equal to 0. And sum of the root actually is your negative 3. Product of the root is negative 4. Since the root are alpha and beta, so that alpha plus beta you get negative 3. Alpha times beta you get negative 4. So this is your first part. And another question, x squared plus 6x plus p equal to 0. And k over alpha, k over beta. So these are the roots also. And so we know that x squared minus sum of the root x plus product of the root equal to 0. And sum of the root is negative 6 and product of the root, so in this case is p. I'm going to combine these two. So because, here will be k over alpha, k over alpha plus k over beta equal to negative 6. K over alpha multiply k over beta. So I will continue. Okay, so on the other side. Okay, so be careful for this. So here I will put the LCM alpha beta will be k beta plus k alpha, so equal to negative 6. K taken out, alpha plus beta, so equal to negative 6 alpha beta. And I want you to notice that alpha plus beta, the value is equal to negative 3. Alpha times beta, you get negative 4. Okay, just fill in the number into that. K bracket negative 3. Negative 6 bracket negative 4. Negative 3k equal to 24. And k equal to, negative 8. What about the other one? So k over alpha multiply k over beta. So you get p. So that k times k, you get k squared. So p will be k squared over alpha beta. And the value for k squared definitely -8. And alpha times beta, you get -4. So that I may say that, so your final answer will be 64 over -4. And you just put the value for p is equal to negative, so 16. And so student, so please jot down your solution. Okay, so number one, so we're using the first equation to find alpha plus beta and alpha times beta. So because the root are alpha beta. Another quadratic equation, they give you k over alpha, k over beta. So that we are using the same technique. Sum of the root, -6. Product of the root, you get p. K over alpha plus k over beta equal to -6. K over alpha multiply k over beta equal to p. So and the solution, so will be on, so this side. Okay, so you can see that. So finally, the value for k equal to -8. And the value for your p will be equal to -16. Okay, so jot down this. So I will use about 15 minutes time to clear that b squared minus 4ac. So the type of the root or the nature of the root. Okay, so today please write your comment and respond. Okay, so to the admin, so that I need your comment, I need your advice, so that I hope I can do better for you. Okay, so Mr. Alex is just an ordinary person. I'm not Superman, Iron Man, so even Batman. So they call me Fat Man. Okay, I'm very disappointed. Okay, but anyway, I'm fat, but I'm cute. Okay, I'm going to wrap the whiteboard. If you're okay already, I want to wrap the whiteboard so that I will proceed for b squared minus 4ac. Okay, so we are talking about nature of the root. Okay, this section actually is very important. Okay, not only in quadratic equation. So we also using b squared minus 4ac in quadratic function. Okay, for b squared minus 4ac, So can more than 0, less than 0, equal to 0. Okay, but we also come across, so b squared minus 4ac more or equal to 0. How? So if the quadratic equation has two different roots, then so usually we're using b squared minus 4ac to find the range of value of an unknown. Less than 0 means no real roots. Equal to 0 means, okay, actually the quadratic equation has two equal roots. And what about the last one? The last one in the question, they just mentioned real root. And they will not tell you, so the root, so are equal root or different root. They just put real root only. In that circumstances, we need to put b squared minus 4ac more or equal to 0. And please look at the question for your 15. Okay, so the question for 15 is your 5x squared minus 3x plus 2 equal to 0. And the question asks you to determine the type of the root. I don't know whether this quadratic equation has two different root or no root, okay, or this quadratic equation has two equal root. I need to calculate. First of all, my a is 5, my b is -3, and my c is 2. So in order to determine the type of the root, so we must use b squared minus 4ac. I need to check the final answer for b squared minus 4ac. So -3 squared minus 5, 2. Then you get 9 minus 14. So the answer, so come out will be -31. -31, so definitely it's a number less than 0. Then we say that since b squared minus 4ac less than 0, so the quadratic equation so has no real root. Okay, even you can put no root is okay, but the actual one we need to put no real roots. So just like that. And can you please turn to page number 10? So the last page for quadratic equation. So I will show you 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I will wrap the board first. I will wrap the whiteboard so that I will proceed for question number 16. So for question number 16, mx squared plus 1 plus 2mx plus m minus 1. Okay, please remember quadratic equation in general form. That's your ax squared plus bx plus c. Okay, if you are not able to determine the value for a, the value for b, and even the value for c, then we are not able to solve the quadratic equation. And yet the question says that, so the quadratic equation has two equal roots. Okay, two equal roots actually is referred to b squared minus 4ac equal to 0. If the question says two equal roots, then we use b squared minus 4ac equal to 0. And we need to put in all the value for b, for a, and even for your c. And of course, so we must learn how to expand. Minus 4m, and take your time. So please, so do not answer the questions, okay, quickly. So take your time, go slow, especially when we come to 4m. and okay, become negative 4m. So slowly, and now we can expand negative 4m squared plus 4m. So we can eliminate, and 8m plus 1 equal to 0. M will be negative 1 over 8. It's very straightforward. And for 17, so if you can look at the board there, you see that x bracket x minus 4 equal to h minus 2k. Of course, I must expand plus 2k minus h. I must so change to quadratic equation in general form. Ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0. My a is 1, my b is negative 4, and my c will be 2k minus h. And in this question, they also tell you that a quadratic equation has two equal roots. Okay, two equal root, I'm going to use b squared minus 4ac equal to 0. And we try to chuck in all the number, all the value. So that's 16 minus 4, 2k minus h. 16 minus 8k plus 4h. So ladies and gentlemen, okay, I always encourage okay, you all to simplify before we can continue. So you can simplify, okay, and divide each and every one by 4. So you get 4 minus 2k plus h equal to 0. And the question asks you to express h in terms of k. And finally, okay, the final step, h remain. So we move the negative k, so from left to right, and the 4, so become negative. And so this is my answer, okay, for your 16 and 17. Okay, so if you want to copy, so please go ahead. So copy the answer for your 16 and 17. So we need to speed up because so it's it's going to rain. So and so it's going to rain. I may affect that. So the Wi-Fi, okay, the internet, so got problem. My area, the signal is very weak. So that I hope I can finish. Okay, so this section for you. Okay, so I want you to remember when the question says equal root, so here must be b squared minus 4ac equal to 0. And for equal root, so the answer, okay, so will not involve inequality, like more than or even less than. For equal root, the final answer definitely must be equal to something. So equal root, so that here will be equal to 0. Unlikely for distinct root or no real root, so you are going to get inequality. And the question say that, so you need to find the range of the value of the unknown. Can be other alphabetical letter like, so the range of the value of P or even Q, okay? Okay, I'm going to wrap question number 16. Okay, I hope you can continue. So to copy your answer for question number 17. Okay, if you already finished, okay, so please type something on your meeting chart like done so that I can continue for your 18, 19, and even question number 20. Okay, very well. So how about other students? All done, right? Okay, thank you. Okay, I will wrap this and I will continue. Okay, please look at your question number 18. X squared plus px plus 9 equal to 2x. Okay, first of all, I will shift 2x from right hand side to your left hand side. X squared plus px minus 2x plus 9 equal to 0. And x squared plus p minus 2x plus 9. Okay, so the general form will be ax squared plus bx plus c. And a will be 1, b will be p minus 2, c will be equal to 9. And the question say that, so the quadratic equation has no real roots. So I am going to use b squared minus 4ac less than 0. I will put in p minus 2 squared minus 4ac. And p squared minus 4p plus 4 minus, so 36 less than 0. And p squared minus 4p minus 32. And this one is so-called quadratic inequality. So you need to factorize and pp 8 and 4 minus plus. And later on, I'm going to use graphical solution. So I'm going to use the graphical solution or the graphical method. So what's called graphical method? I will draw a parabola U curve. And so plus become minus. Okay, just like your factorization. After you factorize, you definitely get the value of p. One is negative, one is a positive. And so in this graph, you got 3 regions. Positive on top. So negative is below the line. And this is less than. So for less than 0, remember, so we need to shade negative region. Okay, I'm going to shade, I'm going to shade the negative region is the region below the line. I shade the negative region. And so this is my final solution. So the solution actually is negative 4 less than p, and p is less than 8. Okay, so this is called quadratic inequality. Okay, can you please jot down that? If you already copy, just type something so that I know that you already finished. So I don't need to wait for you. If you finish, so copy that. Please let me know. Okay. So in the meeting chat. Thank you. Actually, your textbook, they got so various method, then I will choose the simple and easier. So I will choose the graphical method. So rather than so number line or even some that put the table. So this is easier. Okay, I will wrap, so the right hand side section, I will wrap this. Okay, student, if you done, then I will continue for question number 19. Are you ready? I will wrap the whiteboard so that I will proceed for question number 19. Are you ready? Thank you. Okay, look at question number 19. Okay, look at question number 19. Here they say that 1 minus p x squared minus 6x plus 10 equal to 0. And ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0. So we can get the value of a. And I can get the value of b and c as well. A, b, c. So here they say that the quadratic equation has two different roots. So for two different root or two distinct root, I'm going to use b squared minus 4ac, so greater than 0. Okay, so I will use b squared minus 4ac more than 0. Now I will put in the value for a, b, and c. So 36 minus 40. Okay, so please multiply the number so with this number. Okay, please don't expand too fast. Minus 40 plus 40p. And this will be your negative 4. So plus 40p greater than 0. So 40p greater than 4. And p will be greater than 4 over 40. And finally, so your answer will be more than 1 over 10. So determine the value of A, determine the value, okay, for B, and determine the value for C. A, B, and C. And different root or distinct root. So we use more than 0 for the solution. And hurry up, one more question for you will be the last question. So question number 20 will be the last question for quadratic equation. So after this, so I will continue for quadratic function. that clear? Okay, so please get your response on the meeting chat day. So any question? Okay, if you clear, okay, done. I saw that. Okay, thank you. So I wrap. So 19. So everyone okay? Okay, I wrap. So the other one, thank you. Okay, last example for quadratic equation. So 3x squared plus 5x to the 2 minus h. So I will shift everything so to the left so that I will change, okay, convert into quadratic equation in general form, and my A 3, my B 5, and my C h minus 2. And this question is very funny. They just put real root and never tell you whether this is the equal root or distinct root. And in this case, I am going to use b squared minus 4ac more or equal to 0. They are not equal to 0. They are not more than 0, but more and equal to 0. So 25 minus 12, h minus 2, and 25 minus, we expand, I got 12h plus minus plus. And 49 minus 12h more than that, negative 12h more than negative 49. And student, please pay your attention over here. I can eliminate the negative. If I want to eliminate the negative, the sign, instead of more or equal to, now they change to less than or equal to. Only in this case, the sign will change from more than become less than. So remember that if we want to cancel the negative, so we change the sign. And finally, okay, this will be your answer. So be careful. So this is a negative. So when we change the negative back to the positive, okay, so the sign will parabolic. And jot down the answer. So I will continue. So for another session, that's your quadratic function. Okay, you're done?
Yes, sir, done.
Okay, thank you. So let's go through another section. Okay, another section we so-called quadratic function. Okay, first of all, so we try to understand that. So the general form of a quadratic function, so it's written as your fx equal to ax squared plus bx plus c. So this is the general form of a quadratic function. And so the curve, okay, the curve is called parabola. So the curve of this quadratic function is called parabola. And parabola can be either in parabola U or parabola N. Okay, how we are going to determine that is simple. It all depends on the value of A. If the value of A is greater than 0, then so the parabola is a U curve. If A is less than 0, then so we'll give you a parabola N curve. So for a parabola U curve, so there must be exit of symmetry. Okay, and over here, so we'll give you a minimum point if A is greater than 0. And if this is your N curve, so A less than 0, of course, so we will get a exit of symmetry. And so this point, so no longer be a minimum, so it's a maximum point. Okay, if you cannot determine so the maximum or minimum, we use another name called turning point. So turning point is the point that turn. Okay, the turning point can be max, can be min. Okay, so later on, so I will tell you how to find the maximum point and minimum point. Okay, there are various methods. We got many methods. Okay, the simple and easy way is called by inspection. Okay, I will show you so a solution for that. Okay, how to determine the coordinates of a turning point. This turning point can be either max point or can be your min point. How to determine is the value of A. If less than 0, max. More than 0 for A is min. Because if A more than 0 is U, A less than 0 is N. So now we will teach you how to use inspection method. Okay, number 1. So it's by inspection. So how? Just look at that. So just look at your graph. It's simple. Can you please look at your example 1? Okay, in the question, so it's something like this. This is your y and this is your x. You see the number here is 8. And they give you ... 0 and 10. So y equal to fx, right? Y equal to fx. Okay, first of all, in order to find the x coordinate of this turning point, so we can look at the x-intercept. This is your x-intercept 0. This is your x-intercept as well. So the x coordinate of the turning point actually is represent the co-equation of exit of symmetry. I'm going to use x equal to 0 plus 10. So the average of 2 x-intercept, so you get 5. And the y coordinate is represent the maximum value of the curve. That's your 8. Okay, the maximum value. So then in order to get the maximum point or the turning point. So the maximum point will be 5, 8. X is to determine through the equation of axis of symmetry. And one of the symbol technique we use is to use the two x-intercept 0, okay, and 10. So divide by 2. And the maximum value of the curve is represent the y coordinate, so that your answer will be 5, 8. Okay, so let's look at your second question. So for your second question, so we got something like this. So 8 here, -2 there. So you'll notice that, so that purposely write y equal to -9. And this y equal to -9 is represent your minimum value of the curve. Okay, to get your x coordinate, so I will use the equation of axis of symmetry. That's the average of -2 and 8. So that x will be -2 plus 8 divided by 2, 6 divided by 2, you get 3. So the minimum value of the curve, that's your y equal to -9. So the minimum value of the curve is -9, and the minimum value is represent your y coordinate of the turning point. And because it's a parabola U, so that this turning point we so-called minimum point. So the minimum point will be 3 and -9. So the previous example is a parabola N, so that we are going to get a maximum point. And please do not copy, it's already in your notes. Okay, so can someone tell me how to find the turning point or how to find your maximum point? And a lot of our school teacher, when come to this section, they always teach students about method of completing the square. In fact, I can tell you, no need, especially for all those international school. Okay, they call IG. Okay, they call IG. So O level. Okay, they seldom use method of completing the square. Actually, they're going to use function. Okay, you can just have a look. Okay, in your page number 3, method 2. In order to determine the turning point, I'm going to use x equal to -b over 2a. So today I will teach you the simple and easy way. If the question never mention you must use method of completing the square, I will encourage you to using this. So we use x equal to -b over a, and to find the value of y, just use function. And we put in your x. Okay, we find the x and use the x to find the y. How? Replace the value of x into your function. And please have a look. So for that, your question number 3. Here it says that fx equal to -3x squared plus 12x plus 4. Okay? And we know that the general form will be ax squared plus bx plus c. And I can determine the value of a, the b, and even the value of c. And step number 1, my x coordinate, using -b over 2a, -12 over 2, -3. So negative, negative become positive. 12 over 6, you get 2. So the value for x is become 2. The value for x become 2. And the second step, I am going to use, f, 2, because I know that my x is equal to 2. So that I'm using this x and put into the function. -3, 2 squared, plus 12, 2 plus 4. -3 bracket 4, plus 24 plus 4. And you may have -12 plus 28. And you get a value of 16. And this is your x coordinate, and this is your y coordinate. And the what point? Because you see that the a is a number less than 0. So that we are going to get the maximum point. So that the maximum point is equal to 2 and 16. Okay, so I want you to respond to me. So whether your school teacher teach you this method or not.
No.
No.
So is it simple and easy for you rather than method of completing the square? Okay, you just need to know the x -p over 2a. Once you get the value of your x, then you are using the function substitute. So your object, your x, to find your image, that's your y. Because in your very first chapter, you learn about object and image. So and this method is symbol. So international school or even O level, so they're using this method to find the turning point. Okay, I will show you 2 more questions before we dismiss. And the next class, I will tell you about the vertex form by using method of completing the square. And the next class, I will teach you another chapter. That's your chapter 3. So simultaneous, equation in 2 variable and 3 variable. That's a very interesting chapter. Very simple. So in that one, we are not wasting much time onto that. So I hope you can try for this. Okay, so can I rub the board? So that I will proceed your question 4 and question 5.
Yes.
Okay, I hope in the tuition class, you learn something new. And so these are the methods, so we can use for your exam. And this is straightforward and simple. So last time my students they really don't like this chapter, and even they just ignore, and give up. So how to find the turning point? But after they know this method, they feel that this is very simple, because they don't like method of completing the square to change the general form to the vertex form. Okay, you can try, you can practice. Okay, how to do this? Okay, I will proceed. Question 4. So for you and student, look at the question first. Kx squared minus 12x plus 18. So the general form of a quadratic function is your ax squared plus bx plus c, whereby a is k, b is -12. Okay, c is 18. Okay, first of all, So the question already so given the x coordinate is equal to -2. And how I'm going to find the value of the k? So I can tell you symbol. So formally, okay, previously maybe you are trying to use method of completing the square. But today I tell you, so I'm not using that. I'm using -p over 2a. So that -2 equal to -12 over 2k. And cross multiply, -4k equal to 12. So and my last answer, you'll get -3. Am I clear? So this is for your answer A. And in order to find the maximum value, it's not coordinate. So coordinate must be in the coordinate form, x and y together. But to find the maximum value, that's the value of y. So we can just substitute so the value for x into that. So when your x is -2, so the maximum value so of fx. So you can just using f -2 and the k you get -3, right? So you get k is -3 because you get the answer over here. And now maybe I just put in fx equal to -3x squared minus 12x plus 18 first. As we know that x is -2, so thus f -2 chuck in, so -2 plus 18, you get -3, 4. 24 plus 18, so you get -12 plus, so how many are there? So will be 42. And your final answer for that will be equal to, so 30. In order to find the maximum value, we just put in -2 into that. We have not involved method of completing the square at all in this question. Can you see that? So I think we'll release your burden, okay? We'll release your suffering. So from method of completing the square. Okay, please jot down so the answer, and I will so finish the last question for today. Okay, remember, so the general form of a quadratic function is ax squared plus bx plus c. First of all, we try to determine your value of a and value of b. And using -p over 2a, you can find your x coordinate. So another name of x coordinate is called equation of axis of symmetry. So we can using this method to find your k. After that, so to find your maximum value or minimum value, so they all represent the y coordinate, and the simple way is to substitute your x to determine your y or determine your fx value. This is your maximum value. Okay. So I want you to learn something new so that you will expose to yourself, so then you feel that so additional math is fun. Because if you follow the traditional method, traditional teaching, then you feel very boring. Okay, I'm going to run number 4 so that okay, sorry. Oh, so don't know what happened to the computer suddenly is mute already. So can you hear me now? Okay, so just a minute. Okay, anyway. Okay, thank you. Good. Okay, I'm gonna wrap this. So that we can proceed for question number 5. Okay. Okay, students, how I'm going to find this? Okay, how to find this? Okay, so today I'm not involved, so completing the square for you. I just want to tell you that, so the maximum value is your fx, okay? Maximum value is 1. Okay, my step is like that. So step 1, x equal to negative b over 2a. And your a is 1, your b is negative 6. So x equal to negative 6 over 2, 1. And x will be 3. And the step 2, I'm going to use f3 and equal to 1. Because my x value equal to 3. And so this is my maximum value 1. I just chuck into that. So 3 squared minus 6, 3 plus k. And 9 minus 18. Negative 9 plus k equal to 1. And k equal to 10. Okay, this is one of the techniques for those students not good in method of completing the square. Now, of course, I'm sure that most of you are very smart. Okay, then you are able to understand method of completing the square. And so that one I will explain to you in the next lesson. Okay, so next week I will tell you method of completing the square. Okay, so that's all for today. Okay, see you